let's get right to it. I'm gonna start off. I want to talk about K. Dot, Kendrick Lamar, aka Kung Fu Kenny, Mr. Morale, and the Big Steppers. Came out over the weekend, Friday, I believe, and did not disappoint. He came with the Hard Five a few days before, or a week before, however long, before the official album came out, to kind of set the tone. And man, did he set the tone. His last album, Damn, was released, I believe, 4 or 5 years ago. So haven't heard much from him then. But I kind of like when entertainers or artists or actors or whatever, I kind of like when they get low. I kind of like when you really don't see them on the scene for real like that until it's time for business. Like, I don't have a problem with that. But yo, this album, man, it like I said, he's been going for 5 years, and I tell you what, to put an album together like this, it takes about 5 years. Like, you have to go through something. Something has to happen to you. You have to have an epiphany. You have to have some type of growth, some type of evolving stage in your life, some type of change, some type of realistic, like a reality check. Like, yo, the album I think is really, you almost not want to call it hip hop. Like, this is art. Like, this is real life art in real time. It takes about 5 years to put a project out like this. You can't rush work like this. This was slow cooked, and seasoned to perfection. This was pot roast. This wasn't something you could put in the microwave. This sat in the crock pot for 5 years and simmered and slow cooked until it was ready. And it was perfection. I mean, if you and I sat with it all weekend. A lot of albums, man, you could just give them, you just listen to them one time and be like, all right, that was dope, and then you move on. But nah, not this. You got to sit with it and let it saturate you, let it consume you. You have to pay attention. It's almost like being on a first date. Like, you have to give it your undivided attention, so you can catch everything and hear everything and feel everything. To me, this album, man, I mean, just amazing songs. Like, it covers everything. It covers everything that people go through. And honestly, I feel like, as a black man, like, yo, he nailed it. He nailed it. From childhood trauma to just being transparent with who you really are, and not, capping out here. I mean, he covers infidelity. He covers just damn near every social issue, whether it's general or that you go through as a black person. Because although it's the same earth, but two different worlds. Same planet, two different worlds. We grew up a little different. A lot of us grew up a little different, a little harder. And he covers it, man. He covers it. And I'm sure it's still plenty that I didn't catch. And like, I'm like a lyrics guy, a lyric before a beat guy. Like, this album, it really don't even need any music. But just, thank you for this hour body of work, man. And it's like 18 tracks, but they broken up like 9 and 9. So if they were selling physical copies, it'd be I'm probably a double disc. But Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, man, yo, it's just when you get used to a certain sound, like he's been going for 5 years. So when or his own album it's been 5 years since Damn. I mean, he has the Black Panther project, which was amazing. But man, when you get used to a certain sound, a certain style, just a certain feel for music, then he comes along and just hits you with this project, man, which is just refreshing. And I think, this is daily bread. This is daily bread. Like if you as a man, if you can't listen to this album and feel and see yourself in a lot of the subject matter, then you're not being real with yourself, homeboy. You're not being real with yourself. Because this album should make you just take a personal reflection of who you are.